Hi, this is Lauren Rubis with Leadership Story to kick off your week. I recall just after I got to the last organization I was at that I had gone out with my wonderful wife, Kathleen, for an anniversary dinner. And we went to a restaurant right next to the office that I was working at. And as while we were sitting there, we happened to get a window seat and we saw a knock on the window or heard a knock on the window, and there poking through the window was my boss and waving at us, and it made us kind of laugh, and we had this kind of like window exchange, and we went on to have our dinner, and I went to call for the bill, and the waiter said, Mr. Rubis, your bill has been looked after. And obviously, my boss had gone in there and snuck back and bought our dinner for us. And you know, it just that really story has stuck with me. Of all the wonderful bonuses and things that I've got in my life, and the compensation, which has been terrific, I've been very blessed. Uh, those moments of gratitude and expression of gratitude and appreciation from the people I work for and with have really stuck with me. And so, as I'm leaving this story with you for the week, what I just encourage you to do is to just take a moment to be thoughtful, to do something really surprise someone this week, to do something, a gesture. It doesn't have to be paying a dinner. Obviously, none of us or many of us don't have the budgets or the expense flexibility to do it. But there are so many ways just to say to someone that you've worked with or who's working with to surprise them in some ways, to wow them. So that's my leadership story for the week, and hope you have a great week. And I'll hopefully join you again next Monday for a kickoff to your work week. Bye for now.
Okay, I'm back.
What do you think?
I thought it was great. Do you want to give it another run?
Yeah.
And then, of course, this is perfect because I can just edit the first one out if we like the second one better. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
And we'll do about 3 or 4 of them, and we'll do them in the can, right?
Sorry?
We'll do about 3 or 4 of them, even though I've got the same shirt on. I'll change my glasses, though.
Okay. Try that first one more time.
Yep.
I haven't muted myself yet. 1 second. I'm going to mute it myself. And
give me the thumbs up sign. That's what I'll know when to start.
We're going to have to do a countdown because when I mute myself.
Okay.
What's that?
Count with your fingers. Count down with your fingers from 5.
Yeah, but you got to give me another 5 because I got to mute myself out.
You do it.
Okay. So just 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hi, it's Lorne Rubis here, and thank you for joining me for another leadership story to kick off your work week. You know, I recall when I first joined the company that I last worked for, a number of months into my tenure there, my wife Kathleen and I happened to be celebrating an anniversary, and we went for dinner to the restaurant that was quite close to my office. And as we sat, and we had this nice window seat there, and as we were sitting there enjoying our dinner, my boss came by and he noticed us having dinner, and he made faces through the window, and we kind of laughed, and we had this kind of funny window exchange. And then he went on, and we had this lovely dinner. And then I called the waiter over so we could get our check. And the waiter said, "Hey, Mr. Rubis, don't worry about your check. It's all been looked after." And that was just a moment of wow for the two of us. And so the story I wanted to share with you was this idea of surprising and just being very generous to your to people that you work with from time to time. Surprise them. We all don't have expense accounts, and we're not in a position to buy people's dinner. And it's not really that I'm talking about. It's just that the thoughtfulness, the moment, and of all the different types of compensation that I've received, and I've been grateful to have wonderful compensation through my life, the things that have stuck with me the most are really these moments of surprise. So this week, as you kick your week off, think about someone who you might surprise with some notion, some expression of appreciation. It'll really, really stick with them, and sometime for a long, long time. Bye for now. Hope you'll join me next time on All In Leadership with Leader All In with Lorne Rubis, and that what the hell I have at the end of this thing, and I'm calling it. Anyway, bye for now. Shit.
No, that's perfect. I like it.
Yeah. I should do the last thing again, right?
No, I like it. It's funny.
Is it? Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me do it one more time, okay?
All
And
right.
I'll try and end right, okay?
Yeah.
Would you time me too, please?
What's that?
Time me, okay?
Time you?
Time me, yeah.
There's a timer on it, for what?
I just want to know if it's less than 5 minutes.
That was for sure less than 5 minutes.
Okay, all right.
Don't do the whole story again. Do that one. Just
I'll do the whole story. I'll do one more time. I'll do one more take.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Lorne Rubis here, and welcome to a lead in with Lorne. Another, oh, fuck. Let me do it again. Hey.
Sorry, I know.
Hey, you got to give me a you got to give me the thumbs up.
I thought I did. Okay, no. Sorry.
All right.
Okay. Ready? Okay, we'll just get about 5 seconds, and then I'm gone. Right?
All right. Give me the thumbs up. Right when I'm ready. Hi, Lorne Rubis here, and welcome to Lead In with Lorne Rubis, leadership story to kick off your work week. I just remember that when I first joined the company that I worked with last, my wife and I were celebrating an anniversary, and we went out for dinner to a restaurant that was quite close to the office that we worked at. And we had a window seat at this lovely restaurant, and as we were having dinner, my boss came by, and he noticed us sitting there, and he waved through the window, and we had this kind of funny kind of window kind of exchange. And he went on his merry way, and we had dinner, and I called for the check, and waiter came over, and he said, "Mr. Rubis, don't worry about the check. It's been looked after." And obviously, my wonderful boss had circled back and surprised us with this very thoughtful gesture. And so the reason I wanted to share that story with you is because all of you, regardless of where you are and what position you have, and not everybody has nice expense accounts or is in a position to do something that involves money, but we're all in a position to really surprise and wow and express our appreciation to someone we work with, around, or for. And so this work week, think about a moment where you can really surprise someone with some kind of wow appreciation, a gesture that will stick with them for a long time. Because I guarantee you that of all the compensation that I've had, and I've had a generous career of compensation, and I appreciate that. But those moments of recognition, appreciation, stick with a person for a long time. So you really will become part of someone's memory. And so thank you. I hope to see you again next week when we have Lead In with Lorne Rubis, another leadership story to kick off your week. Bye for now.
Hey.
Enough takes?
Yeah, definitely. But hey, and if anything, we can use that. I thought that ending was really strong.
You thought what?
I thought the second rendition of the story was the best.
Yeah.
But I thought that was that one was the best ending.
Yeah, it was the best ending. Yeah. So let me do this. I'm going to go get another pair of glasses.
All right.
And we'll have another story.
Yeah. Run to the restroom.
Everything's so organized here. I don't know where the hell my glasses are now. Garrett, I sent a thing to you yesterday. Did I share it with you, or did I just keep it myself about a set of stories, the possible stories?
You must have kept that to yourself.
Okay, probably did. Huh, I want to delete this thing. Don't know how to delete something.
Sorry, now?
Oh, I'm just mumbling to myself.
Hey, all right, so we're at just about the 18-minute mark now, just FYI.
Okay. So I'm going to do another one, but I just need to make myself a note. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell another story.
And these aren't going out tomorrow, right?
No.
Yeah.
No.
We just want them to see what they look like. And
yeah, we might want to play one for the advisory meeting tomorrow.
Okay.
If you want to just put one together and see a little bit different with the story.
For sure.
And let us listen to it. Okay.
All right.
Give me a thumbs up.
You got it. Hang on.
Hi, it's Lorne Rubis here for another lead-in with Lorne and a kickoff to your work week with a leadership story. I had the privilege of taking a large number of people to Google, and we went to their very famous Google Garage, which is a workspace that's really set up for a lot of design thinking and creative work. And what struck me most about my trip to Google, and I've been to campus quite a few times actually in Mountain View, and I've been to the Toronto campus, and I've been elsewhere. And you know, Google does a lot of things right. And you know, as you know, recently with some of the events that they've had around people walking about, or they're concerned about their approach to harassment issues, they are certainly have their challenges as well. But the one thing that I really learned. You want to come and join our video?
I'm so sorry. That guy's coming in 20 minutes. Just
okay.
So soon as in your
Mom, direct the shot.
Come into the show because you were just joining.
Dad, you need a red on-air light.
I know. We need it with the red air, hot air lights on. Don't come in the studio.
Anyway, he's coming in 15 minutes.
Okay, all right. Okay, let's do it again.
Yeah.
Hi, it's Lorne Rubis here with lead in with Lorne, leadership story to kick off your work week. Oh, shit. Let's do it again. Hi, it's Lorne Rubis here with another leadership story to kick off your work week. I had the privilege to visit Google, both the Mountain View campuses and the Toronto campuses, quite often. And I've learned a lot from going and hanging out with the Google community and all the Googlers. The one thing, though, when I took a large group of people to visit their famous garage, which in Mountain View is a location, an area set aside on campus for a lot of design thinking, creative work. It's really set up for digging in and addressing an innovation issue. And what struck me when we went and learned about their process was not just the whole process around how they sprint through addressing issues, and those, that's important, but what they seem to have infused the entire community, all the Googler community with, is some language that helps them really think about what's possible. So the language that they use a lot is "how might we," and "wouldn't it be cool if." And when they give feedback, one phrase that they use, and it can sound techniquey and overused, but because it comes from a great place, it doesn't feel worn out. And they use the phrase, "have you considered?" So this week, as you go about your business, when you're in a meeting, or whether it's with just a colleague or even a meeting in your own little mind or in a large group session, you think about the phrases, "how might we," "wouldn't it be cool if." And when you do have to give someone feedback on ideas and suggestions they have, the phrase "have you considered" really opens up a lot of possibilities. So just a couple of phrases that help kind of angle your mindset and your approach. And thanks again for joining me for a leadership story and another great kickoff to your week. Bye for now. See you next week.
Good.
Was that any good?
Yeah.
Did that bore the shit out of you listening to that?
No, it's not. No, I like the first story better, honestly, but that one's not bad.
Okay. Let me go to a third one.
Okay, great. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, it's Lorne Rubis with another leadership story to kick off your work week. I work for a person who's terrific executive, actually, in terms of the industry that this person works in. Has done some remarkable things, but the one approach he had that at the time, and I'm sure that he's grown and developed since then, was that if he was pissed off at you, he'd put you in the penalty box. So we were working on an issue, and I wasn't sure quite what he was frustrated with me about, but he was really frustrated, and something that I had done and I didn't know, but what I knew is that I was in the penalty box, and his approach around that was to ignore me. So it even went so far as to, when we both arrived at work, almost, we were the first ones in, and I said good morning to him, that he kind of refused to respond. And I take accountability for this too. So I'm sure it's a two-way street. But what I want to suggest to you is that whatever you do, please don't put your team members, regardless how frustrated you are, in the penalty box. The sooner and the more timely way that you can address issues with them, the more you'll both be able to move forward. And so, that moment, those moments of being in the penalty box have really stuck with me for a long time. And, we leaders leave a wake. And even though we often can feel very justified in the approach that we take, or the way we're trying to communicate a message, I think one of the least effective ones is to ignore the problem or ignore the person. And I think both have negative consequences in the long run. So this week, If you've got an issue with a team member, don't put them in the penalty box. Take it on. Find the time to address it. Find a way to go forward. Thanks again for joining me, and hope you'll join me for another leadership story next week. Bye for now.
Good stuff. I like that one a lot. That was really good.
Okay.
One thing is you're looking down a little bit.
Okay.
Not sure why. Do you have something under there? Are you reading off something?
No.
Okay.
I should be looking at the camera. I'm looking at my picture in the friggin' thing. That's why.
Don't look at your picture in the thing. Look at the camera.
Should I do it again one more time?
Yeah, let's go one more time on that one.
Okay.
And just keep your eyes up a little bit because it looks like you're reading on something on the bottom.
Yeah, good.
All right.
Yeah. Hi, it's Lorne here. Thanks for joining me for another leadership story to kick off your work week. Great to have you. I work for a leader that is quite renowned in the industry. In this particular case, it's a man that he works in. He's done some remarkable things, and he had tremendous leadership attributes in a lot of ways. But the one thing that he did do that I didn't think was particularly one of his strong points was when he was frustrated or not happy with your performance one way or another, he had the habit of ignoring, or what I call putting you in the penalty box. And at this particular point in time, he was pissed off at me for something. And I didn't know what it was, and I tried to find out. And I'm sure I could have done better. I'm very accountable for my part in this interaction. But I do want to point out that his approach around putting people in the penalty box, in this particular case, me, I don't think did much for him, me, or addressing the situation. It went so far as to when we both arrived at work at the same time before anybody else, and I said good morning to him, he ignored me and pretended I wasn't there, and it was a little bit, it was unnerving actually, and I thought was just not helpful. So, hey, we're human beings, and this week when you are working, and if you've got someone working for you or around you, with you, and even your boss, and you're frustrated or you're not happy with the situation, I really encourage you to kind of address it, take it on. Putting an issue or a person in a penalty box just delays the ability for us to move forward. So thanks again for joining me for another leadership story to kick off your work week. Have a wonderful week. See you next week. Bye for now.
Hey, that was great.
I'll work at that more.
That was really good. I think that was the best one yet.
Okay. You wanted me to do the Google one again, looking forward?
No, you guys, I don't remember. I don't think you were looking down during that one. It was just the last one.
Okay. So, do you want to try another one?
Good.
Want to try another one?
No, I think that for 3 right now, if we could put 3 together, that's pretty good.
3 in the can.
3 in the can's pretty good.
See if you can change it, the artwork and everything to lead in with Lorne, a leadership story to kick off your work week.
Yeah.
And
okay.
And maybe we say a brief or a quick leadership story, or a.
Sure, hang on. I'm going to stop